Test, 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 test.
Volume check, volume check. Yeah. Oh. Alright guys, welcome back to my RC Live. Today, I am going to be soldering up an ESC and doing some more work on the MINI MAXX. And today I actually have my phone out so I can more readily see the comments and hopefully respond. But of course I didn't set out my stand for it, so you know, it's just gonna go there for a minute. Soldering iron out here. You guys probably can't see this. Stick this up here where y'all can see what I'm doing. How's the music out there, everybody? I'm trying to see it on my phone there. Sorry. I think it's all right. Hello, hello, hello. How do I sound out there, everybody? Alright, it seems like it sounds good. Let me know how the music sounds out there, guys and gals. But right now I'm gonna be putting a bean style plug on this ESC for a buddy for his car at work. And I'm gonna have to scavenge one off of a different thing. But let's see, what else do I need? I need clippers. You guys can't hardly see me from my right here. Alright. A little bit of juice in there. So for sure I'm going to be swapping the plug out on this ESC. So I'm going to go ahead and get this plug out. Okay, I need different tool for that. Okay, yeah, it seems like I can hear okay. Got Master, what up, dude? We doing those dips this round? Unfortunately, no, but I did order some. I got them on order. I will be doing a little bit of suspension work on that truck, though. I think if I have some time left after I get this swapped out. So for now, we're just going to be doing some soldering. Get those trimmed up the same length. I did put on different, wheels and tires. So these were on my rally cars, but I'm thinking about selling the rally cars. These are Proline, what are they? Badlands. Proline Badlands. Yellow dot says there, nasty shadow in the middle of my light there. And they fit pretty good. They seem like they're going to clear everything. Steering. I think I should check it compressed. Yeah, not exactly perfect. I don't know. We'll check that out a little bit later, but for now I gotta take care. Ooh. Leave that up there. Gotta take care of my boy at work. So I'm gonna get this plug swapped on here. And that is the primary focus tonight. But I think I'm gonna adjust the shocks on that thing. Probably change the fluid out in the shocks. Gotta look up and see what is stock on that MINI MAXX. Unless you know, do you know that, Master? Is it looking a little better? I did a different camera mount and tried to work with the light a little better. So I need a little more water in that. Let's see here. Oh, great, so that probably wouldn't be too bad for me. Don't forget to drink your water, guys. This water drinking like a month. I don't have a crap ton of solder left. But first things first, get the flux out. I like to get some melted a little bit. Get this. Get these wires nicely saturated with the flux. And first, what I'm going to do is what's called tinning. I'm going to tin these wires. So right now I have flux on there. I'm just going to melt some solder in, get it thoroughly soaked into the wire there. Hopefully. And I do always laugh about calling my channel to watch me look for my tools. I don't have my glasses on. So where are you at, Doubtmaster? How did you find my channel? I forget. Was it one of the posts that I did on Facebook? Probably RC Waffles, I think, right? What state are you in, dude? Dude, do that. What are you? Forgive me, because I don't remember if you know me on person or not. I feel a little bad for not knowing that, to be fair. Ugh. That is one wire thing. But yeah, I for sure will be doing some stuff with that MINI MAXX. I think you're gonna be experimenting with some shock positions. I would love to be doing that diff, but I've been buying my parts. I like to get the takeoff parts. You know, I was doing some searching for diffs, and I found a good deal on stock takeoff diffs. So I don't really expect them to last too long on that 3S, but I bought 2, so I'll have a spare. And then if it goes through them like incredibly fast, what I will do is probably put the hot racing spool in there. That seems like it's going to be a much stronger get up and handle things in a much more reasonable fashion. But I gave away one of my drift cars to a buddy at work, and get him set up with an ESC for that thing. But it is also kind of a giveaway car, so you know I'm not gonna put too expensive an ESC in it. This is actually an old Hobbywing 60 amp that's been around. So I'll get that replugged, probably give it a little test. I might do some work on the rallies, but for sure I'm gonna pop those shocks off of the MINI MAXX, and put some shims in there. Try out the different shock positions. See what I can get some more travel out of, since it is going to be those bigger tires. And have to establish the plug off this charger adapter. Hopefully this goes nice and smooth. It will leave me some banana plugs. Most of my cars use T plugs, but I have plenty of adapters. This is a spare adapter that I have around my charger. What are you working on today, sir? Miss, ma'am, sir? I'm assuming you're a dude. Tell me about yourself, Thought Master. Think you're into the crawlers, right? I just don't want to assume too much. It is 2025, and you know, don't want to step on anybody's toes these days. Right. This soldering iron is nice and hot, so this should go pretty quick. Yeah, perfect. There we go. All right. And get into my goodie bag here. Try to keep everything, guys. It won't go to waste, I promise. Someday you'll throw something away and realize, oh, that was just the thing you needed later on down the road. So it is always good to hold on to everything. So here's a battery adapter from the drag car days. It's got the 8mm bullets on it. I am just going to be plugging this in so it doesn't distort the plug. Alright? And kind of give me a reference. Get a reference for the color wire that goes where. And, yeah, you know what I need? Device. This device or device. Alright, can you guys see that okay? Actually, I kind of see what's going on right now. Alright, get that in there. It should go pretty quick, really. Heat shrink ready. Those pieces are too big, I think. This is a pretty small wire. It's only 60 amp ESC, but it's going to be going on a drift car. I gave him a super overkill ESC for that drift car, and he's kind enough to swap back with me because I'm going to be building the RC10 shortly, and wanted to use the ESC that I gave him for that car because it's a 3D black box 510R, and it's a bit overkill for the drift car, but I think it'll be a good matchup for my RC10 anniversary edition over there. Alright, so when you're soldering up plugs, don't forget to put your heat shrink on first. Put the heat shrink on there. This should go pretty fast. I already got my soldering iron warmed up. Alright. This is a position to work with. Get my pliers out there. Thread to the vertical. I need to do some more, I think. Alright. I wish that light was a little better, but you know what? Can you see okay out there, everybody? So I got messages probably from my mama. No, it's about a motorcycle trade. If you guys are looking for a Harley Davidson, I have my road glide posted for $6,250. It is a 2004. And it only has what does it have on it? 38,000 miles on it. Not a shit ton of miles. I mean, a hit ton of miles. But a fair amount of miles. But it runs like a top. see those bikes for quite a few more miles than that usually. So, oh man, oh man, don't mess this up. Those get hot fast. Okay. Am I shrinking the heat shrink already? Does the heat shrink fit? Oh, it does. Barely. Oh, did I tear the heat shrink? Did I tear that heat shrink? I did a little bit. Hold on. That's okay. This negative sign on. To test this ESC too, I suppose. Here. Yikes, it's hot. Some of this heat shrink is awfully thin. Oh, perfect. Alright, that actually went pretty darn well. Use the old lighter trick, shrink up my heat shrink. What's your favorite method? I do actually like to use my heat gun, but it's kind of a little late tonight to be doing that. There's my connection. Oh, that shadow was just terrible, wasn't it? Alright. Alright, yeah, that's a little better, right? Yeah. Alright, alright. So there it is. I'm just going to use a little heat on the fire. Shrink up that heat shrink. Well, yeah, my buddy, he only has like one battery pack. It's a 2-plug battery pack. Just have that, I don't even know what that plug is. That's done. Yeah. What is this plug, guys? What is this one? This is this plug guy. That's what was on there. Now it's a C-plug. Get some stuff out to test that. Weird song. This. It's actually rather convenient because I can actually test this transmitter as well. I might throw that in. I might throw that old Fly Sky in one of the rally cars. I do have one of the rally cars that's not ready to run, and usually I try not to hold on to. Excuse me. I try to hold on to too much stuff I don't need. So the radio I usually try to run is either my Sandlaw, which I do have a couple receivers for, or I try to use my what's my other one? It is Copopo EX2. But this gives me a chance to test out these electronics. So get my eyes on here. Turn that thing off. That could be a pain in the butt later. Let's see here. Channel 1. And we go servo. I don't know which way that goes in just yet. Channel 2 is typically either USB. The ground is almost always out. Get that in there. Put the tabs facing up. Get the tabs facing up here. That. Now just gonna get a battery to test that. Which we did for my drill day. Alright, I'll be testing it with this Ovonix 2S. This is what I run on the rally cars. This is also what I've been running in my traxxas Revo that I just stored. See if this thing, yeah, goes up. Or if it just works. I think it's just gonna work. She's on. Thought I with the receiver antenna was on. There we go. Yeah. This is actually a rather fast servo. This is a Cam 18 kg 0.03 second. It's an extremely fast servo. It is an extremely fast servo. But the solder job is done. The solder job is finito. Just like get this off the bench. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's hot. It's like warm. Would leave me with a couple of extra banana plugs. I don't particularly know how to set these old ESCs. Like, how do you, there's no button on these things. Oh, there's a button. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is a super old, by super old, I mean this one's from the early 2000s. Seems old, but no, it's not really that old. It was used one time in a device that was using an RC car. These probably when you just like turn it off, hold the button, turn it on, let it blink, neutral, full throttle, full brake. I don't know if that ain't working right or not. I hope it is. Should probably hook that to a motor and test it out. What do I got here? Okay. Yes. Like somewhere I got some motor connector. Yeah. Give it a motor I can test this with. Hopefully these bullet connectors fit. They're from an 8-scale ESC that I have in the traxxas Rally. So they may not fit, but we'll see. Real shortly. Get this thing off. It's kind of funny. I've got a bunch of stuff with these rally cars, and then didn't even really use it too much. Got a whole new set of tires. These are supposed to be the soft S1 tires. They feel more firm than the ones that actually come on the kit. Those might be a good tire for the MINI MAXX as well. But one thing that ESC did come with was extra banana plugs. Let's see. Do these fit in here? No, of course not. Let's see. Do I have more banana plugs? No. I don't. But I do know the motor I gave him was a solder on job, so I guess I could solder that on there. I don't really want to get that indefinite tonight though. Let me see. I gotta look up the procedure. This is a Hobby Wing Easy Run. Hobby Wing. Oh. Easy Run. 60 ASL. There you go. It's on that. Apparently, you can still get these things for about. What are they going for? On eBay, there's one for $22. Hobby parts. Let's see. User manual. So what do we got? What are the specs on this ESC? We might as well talk about that a little bit since we're here. This Hobby Wing Easy Run 60 ASL ESC is made of top quality electronic components to enhance the current endurance ability of the ESC and specifically designed for professional 110 scale RC cars. It has excellent startup, acceleration, and linearity features with 9 start modes, also called punch, from soft to very aggressive. The Easy Run 60 ASL ESC is suitable for all kinds of different tracks. With this ESC, you will not be stressed out about a bad race anymore. Let's see, what are the specs on this? Continuous current of 60 amps, burst current of 380, plenty for a drift car. I don't know if you've ever driven any drift cars, but they don't have any traction, so they really don't need that much ESC for it. Input is 49 cells nickel metal hydride or NiCad or 2 or 3 S lipos, 6 volt DEC at 1.5 amps. Not super high, but whatever. Fine for a drift car, because you use a nice slow servo on a drift car. I used some fast servos and found out the hard way that that's not the best setup. Let's see. For the 2S lipo on road, it's good down to an 8.5 turn for off road and a 5.5 turn for on road. On 3S on road, it can go down to 8.5 turn and off road 13 turn. That's pretty good. Suitable for 12 scale and 10 scale on road and off road cars for normal race or sportful race. It weighs 32 grams. It's compatible with all sensorless brushless motors. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. It's got some programming things in there. I'll probably program it. I have a program card here. I think will work with it. Let's see. But what I want is the user manual. I want to know how to sync this thing. Alright. Throttle range setting. Throttle range calibration. In order to make the ESC fit the throttle range, you must calibrate for the following pieces. Otherwise, the ESC cannot work properly. Begin to use a new ESC. Begin to use a new transmitter. Let me instructions. Hobby Wing. Let's see. Change the setting of the neutral position of the throttle, stick, ATV, or EV parameters, etc. There are 3 points need to be set. They are the top point forward, backward, and neutral point. The following picture shows how to adjust the throttle range with a Futala transmitter. Switch off the ESC, turn on the transmitter, set the direction of the throttle channel to reverse, set the EPA ATV value of the throttle channel to 100%, and disable the ABS function of your transmitter. Oops. Oh, no, don't shrink. There it is. Okay. Hold the set key and then switch on the ESC. The red LED begins to flash. Release the key immediately. Set the 3 points accordingly to the steps shown in the picture on the right side. Neutral point, end point of forward direction, so neutral, forward, and reverse. When the process is calibrated and finished, the motor can be started after 3 seconds. Okay, so transmitter. Ooh, those are so bright. Let's see. Let's just zero everything. It seems like the only EPA is on the steering. I don't know the transmitter too well. The steering. Throttle trim. 0. And steering dual ring. Just keep that cranked up. And then part of my vision, y'all. Let's see here. Steering throttle. Set the throttle to reverse. Okay, that is done. So now, hold the button, turn it on, release it immediately, neutral, forward, reverse. There it is. Okay. That seems to be successful. Let's plug it in and see what settings we can change on her. If this even works with it. I think it will. Ooh. Oh shit. Let's see here. Where is specifications, tools? Here's the programming card chart. For those of you that have never used a programming card, there's you plug the card in with the ESC plugged in. You can cycle through the parameters. So they have, they call it items. 1 through 10 on this one. Some of them have more, some of them have less. And each item corresponds to a different setting in the ESC. And then there's the value. So the running mode, item 1 is forward and reverse. That's okay. Drag brake force, level 3 is 10%. That should probably actually be more like 2 for drift card. Low voltage cut off is set to 4, which is 3 volt per cell. That's pretty good for a LiPo. Okay. Start mode punch level 7. That could probably be turned down. Put it in the middle. Put that at 4. Oh snap. 1. We'll just do that. 3. We want to be at 4. That's good. Item 4. Whatever. Maximum brake force 100. Maximum reverse force 50. I'll change that to 25%. Item 7. Initial brake force would be drag brake force to 10%, which seems a little high, but I think it'll be alright. I'm not going to mess with the neutral range. 9% normal. Whoa, it's got timing settings in it. Cool. 0, 3.75, 7.5, 11 and a quarter, 15 degrees, 1870. Wow, this is actually a really nice ESC. I am, however, going to set that to 26 degrees. I'm just going to turn it up. Or that is item 9. Right now it's set to 15 degrees. I'll set that to 8. Alright. And then keep the overheat enabled. And that is how you use a programming card on an ESC. Alright. What do I want to do here? I want to go back to my YouTube. Yeah. Oh, am I not online anymore? Okay. Look at the... Is that good? Yes, that sounds great. Alright. Okay. That is one. That won't work with this turned on. Off the deal. Plug back in. That's actually a pretty nice ESC. And I got the power cranked up for my bro, so it should be alright. Alright. Is the VEC a thing? No, the VEC is just a set. Just, you know what? You guys down just a little bit here. Just trying to get the best light. Okay. I do kind of wish I could hook that up to the motor and give it a good test, but you know what? I don't want to ruin that question. Do I have to make it? I do. I'm gonna be working on this thing anyways. Let's see what we got. Alright. This motor tester running. This ESC tester running. Disconnect this. Turn on here. Nope. This hooks up. Alright. Should put this up on something. That should work now. Fingers crossed. I don't think there's anything wrong with this ESC. I did, like I said, I pulled it from a new device. Oh yeah, that's on 2S, man. That thing's pretty cracking. Yep, that is golden. As you see. This work? Alright, yeah. That was working just fine. Okay, good test, good test. That is a really good working ESC. Oh, that's right, I switched over to a different tire. I'm like, man, those tires are expanding more than they did with the the XL3S there. Alright, so that's out of the way. Right, on, off. This transmitter off. So, what did we prove? We proved that that transmitter and receiver combo works. This ESC is fully functional. That my soldering job worked. And that we can program the ESC. And what? These tires expand a little more. These tires that I put on the MINI MAXX are a tiny bit bigger than the factory tires. So, yeah, let me get some of this crap out of the way. Use an old tire for a car stand here. Alright. So this is the stock tire. The stock wheel and tire. And this is what I'm using. So it's only a tiny bit bigger. Give you guys a real measurement here. The stock tire diameter is probably, without wear, 100 millimeters. Right now it's 99. And this is 111. So about an 11 millimeter difference in the tire diameter. That might actually be enough to keep that chassis from slapping. Because that is one issue that this truck is having pretty bad, is over jumps. No, still the front, it almost won't. That's actually, so the Proline Badlands short course truck tire seems like a pretty good sized tire for this truck. I don't know what offset this wheel is, but some of the stuff I wanted to do today was adjust the shock positions to get a little more travel out of it. And I want to dump this fluid out. So I have something heavier. I guess I can just bust out the manual, which I do have. In the maintenance section, it should say what the stock shock fluid is. Probably go 3 steps heavier for the jumping. X Max Revo Max Mini Max. Here we go. Let's see. Put them off screen. Alright, bearing buddies, this is the wrong manual. This is the parts manual. I want the quick start guide and instructions. Alright, so got my manual out of here. Get my glasses on. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:49. I got about 10 minutes. I no longer have the stock ESC in there. Let's see here. That's the German section. English, where are you? There we are. Light post. Danger, danger, danger. Decontrol. Where is the maintenance section? Oh. This might not have as much of a maintenance section in it as some of the other traxxas kits. Some of the other traxxas kits instructions actually have a fair amount of like tuning info and guidance. So charging, installing the body, installing the battery pack, turning on your model, before operating your model, adjusting the transmitter, electronic speed control, running away conditions after you run your model. What do we got here? Upper arm, lower arm, shock damper. Well, I don't see it in here, guys. Who knows what they run in the stock MINI MAXX? Anybody? Let me know in the comment section if you guys know what the stock fluid is in the MINI MAXX shocks. I'm gonna see if I can find it online right now. Let's ask Google. If I can find Google. What is the stock shock oil in the Traxxas MINI MAXX? AI is generating an answer. 20 weight or 30 weight. Here's the breakdown. Stock options. Traxxas offers two stock shock oil options for the MINI MAXX. 20 or 30. Alright. So I think I will go with... I'll just try to use up the rest of that 45 I got in there. Alright. Okay. I want this to come off easy. What do I got? You know what? I got 35, 40, 45. I think the 45 is just about out though. I did the shocks on the X Max. By the way, guys, you'll use up an entire 4-ounce bottle of shock oil if you do the shocks in Max. So I'll probably put 40 in those. I will put 40 in there. Alright. Let's shock out. Front and rear. Front and rear. Left and right. Get off the arm here. Alright, both sides use a nice long M3 screw. With the longer ones being on the top. That one's packed full of dirt. What do I got? What do I got? I gotta clean that out. Something. So, it's pretty easy to strip out the screw heads in a pack full of dirt. Okay. This shot, ooh. Shots should drop right off. And I'm going to be switching those to the inner position on the truck. We've got a an inner and an outer position options for the shocks. I'm going to get a little bit more travel out of this. I'm going to move those to the inner position after I get done changing the shock oil. Where's my... Oh, jeez. Yes. Get my tub of new shock oil out. Get these bad boys cleaned up a little bit before I proceed. They still see me okay? Yes. Okay. This desk is cluttered up fast. Just want to go over here and shove that crap out of the way. I'm brushing these shocks off first. These are plastic shocks. So, I don't know, they're probably super inexpensive to work on. They look like the standard traxxas shocks, honestly. But I've been running this thing with no clips in it. And the stock springs, the stock oil. Like I said, I'm going to up the ante on the oil. I'm going to go up to... I should see how much 45 is left in there. That might be enough. I don't think it is, though. We got this much. I've got this much oil left in there. These are tiny little shots. If I run out, I'll just put 45 in the front. Or 50 in the front. You know, this thing's a basher. So the heavier oil will help it land big jumps a little better. And then honestly, it might be a little easier to drive with a heavier oil in the front than the back. And should keep it from kicking up over forward crazy if the back is a little softer than the front. Alright. I'm going to take the spring off just to make it a little bit easier. Start by taking that spring clutch off. Take the spring off. Alright. And I am just going to give this guy a little wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol. I think it'll also be better to be on a stiffer oil too, because I'm going to be using those inner mounts. So that's actually a softer setting. But if you go too stiff on your oil, what ends up happening is the car will kind of bounce on the tires over all your bumps. This thing was pretty dang bouncy already. Nice. A little diaphragm in there. Alright. So there's me on it. I'm gonna stand this up in. This is basically the fully unprepared channel. I have a... Yes, I do. Gotta take the tools out of it. I do have this. There it is. A little station I can use. Do the shock then. First thing, okay. Oh, it's cleaned up. Alright. A little in. Drive it towards the top as you're filling the oil up. And go all the way up. And just get air Alright. Let that settle for a little while. Biggest thing about doing shocks is keeping the air out of them. Keep the air out of the shocks as much as possible, especially with these diaphragm shocks. Diaphragm shocks are pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, okay. I'm almost tempted to kind of turn this into a dual stage shock. They spring set. I do have some touring car springs, and with this little spacer deal here, I think I can get away with putting 2 touring car springs on there. I might dig those out here in a second and see, because I got some that are pretty stiff and some that are pretty soft. So that would be an interesting thing to kind of check out doing. Alright. Easy Pro Pool. Wiped off. It's easier to clean the shock before you open it up. As far as not getting debris and dirt in there where it doesn't belong. Alright. Yeah. Put the diaphragm. Scrape that oil. That does seem pretty thin. Alright. And that barely made a dent in this bottle, so I think I will actually probably have enough for this in this bottle. So, I've added a lot of power to this truck. So really I should run a harder oil in the front than the back. So I might still put 50 in the front. On my rally car I run what, 35 in the front and 30 in the rear. But I really don't want this thing having the chassis flapping all around. Alright. So what I did was, as I fill this up with oil, I run the shaft up to draw the oil that I'm adding in. And what that does is that when you set it aside to do the other shocks, it allows the air to creep up to the top underneath the piston. So when you pull it down the first time, give the shaft a twist. And that allows it to get the air out from everywhere around that piston. This one actually looks pretty good. Give that a minute to settle. Just going to do this. Alright. Kind of hard to see in there. If there's air, I think I actually did it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of air in there. Oh, there's a ton of air in there. Alright. So, give that plenty of time for that air to leach out. I don't know if the front and rear are different. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set these springs somewhere where I won't mess them up. So I'll get my rears over here. And that is going to take a significant amount of time for that oil to let all that air out. And turn this truck around and go ahead and get these front shocks off. That does respond pretty, that returns pretty quick. So that probably is a pretty soft fluid in there. Hopefully moving these shots to the inner position will give it a little bit of extra travel. I mean, technically it has to, but it's only about a 1/4 inch move. So, how much extra travel can it really give it? Oh yeah, look how fast that returns. We'll see how fast that returns after I add the 45, which is also the same oil that I use in my X-Max. Alright. So, this spring perch out, get this spring out. I don't see any markings on the springs, and they feel about the same, to be honest. This is the front, this is the rear. Give the wire a measure. Rear. The rears are 1.2. The fronts are 1.9. What do we got here? 1.9. 1.20. So the rears are technically, they're all about 1.19, 1.2. I'd call those all 1.2. The front and rear springs are pretty much the same. And yeah, the same distance time. We have the same number of coils. Position them the same. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the front and rear springs are identical, guys. You can't mix those up. It don't matter if you do. They're the same. So that's a good thing to know about these. Ooh, where's the brush? Where's the brush? Please. Watch me look for my stuff, guys. Alright, get all the dirt off. And these seem to be the standard, what do they call them? What is it called? They can get a little bit of extra. I don't know what limits that. It seems like the arm itself actually hits the CD or the axle there. Or what do they call? Oh, traxxas called them drive straps, right? Who's that? Mama, what's up? Just got your message. Had a storm here. Nice, yeah. I moved the camera a little bit. I moved it closer. Before I had it zoomed in using the software. Now I have it zoomed out and I have the camera closer. And then down the setting for the music. So good. I'm glad. I hope it sounds alright. Can you still hear me over the music okay? You hear the music pretty clear? I don't know if it necessarily matches what I'm doing here, but oh, excuse me. Mom. Alright. I'm just doing some more work on this MINI MAXX. I swapped the tires out. I didn't do that on the channel, but this is the stock tire. In and out of the shadow. With the stock jackhammer tire. You can see it is about 11 millimeters taller. The new one is 11 millimeters taller. And it is the Proline Badlands tire, which was the tire I was running on my rally car. But since I posted the rally cars for sale, I'll sell those off with the stock tires and play with these on this. And they're probably sure to ruin the disc even quicker. But they're gonna explode! Oh my lordy lord. Oof. That's so tight. So tight. Over. Oh, jeez. Might have to find the tool for that. Oh, there it is. All right. Anyways, I am switching the fluid over to a heavier fluid of the shocks and playing with some of the suspension settings. See if I can get a little bit more travel out of it. And I soldered up an ESC for my buddy at work. So that is what's going on this project. This one is a, I believe that is a boar's hair detailing. This is just a detailing brush, a random detailing brush off of Amazon. A natural fiber detailing brush. They're nice because they are chemical resistant and soft on things. And because it's natural hair, it's a little bit coarse. Seems to grab the dirt pretty good. And it is just basically a standard detailing brush. And I looked up the shock oil that's in these things stock, and it's 20 to 30. I am putting 45 in so I can hit them big jumps without bottoming out. Hopefully, gosh, man, those are tight. Oh, I forgot to wipe that one with Guess I could do this one. I like to use isopropyl, just rubbing alcohol to clean everything as I go. Because cleanliness is, what do I say? Cleanliness is godliness. Alright. Messy down there. Scrape the oil off of there. Let's see, the front doesn't seem any thicker than the other oil. Nah, it's pretty thin. Pretty thin as well. Right. And I'll just, hopefully not spill that later. I know what happens that. And I did the rear shocks first. They've been sitting to try to let the air out. Now that they've sat for a little while and I've gotten the oil in the front, the way Wayne's been teaching me to do the shocks is dump the oil out. As you add oil, you compress the shock damper and that lets the oil get drawn in as it goes up, and then you leave it up so you can let the air gather around the piston and leave that to bleed for a little while. Then you pull it down and let all that air bleed out. Where did I just put that flashlight? Where did I put the flashlight? Oh, right here. Seems like most of the air is out of it. This ain't a race car, so I guess it doesn't really matter if it's super perfect or not. Alright? And here's the interesting part. You push the shock up halfway, top your oil off. Then when you add your diaphragm, this is a little silicone diaphragm where the music stopped. You fill it up to the top. You float your diaphragm across that shock weld. And this does make a mess, but that's okay. You push your shock up to about halfway. Then as you pull the shock down, press the diaphragm in, and that sucks the diaphragm down onto the shock. Should suck the diaphragm down onto the shock. Should suck the diaphragm down onto the shock. Then put the cap on. I think I screwed that up, but I almost don't even care. This is not a race car. Oh my gosh. I'm having a hard time with this, guys. The worst thing you can possibly do is cross thread on top of that shop body. Alright. Pull that old oil off. New oil off. And the idea is you don't want that shock to rebound at all. You want it to push in, maybe have it come out slightly. Make sure she's good and tight. Right? No rebound. That's exactly what I was looking for. This one is one of the rear shocks. Right? We clean this thing. Some more isopropyl, so I don't make a mess out of it and the dirt don't stick to it. And give me a second to get that music going again. What happened? There it is. Alright, better. Okay. And what did we discover? We discovered that the front springs and the rear springs match. So you can't mix the springs up. It don't matter. You can mix them up, well, you can mix them to your heart's desire. Alright, so that is one good shot. Just give everything a good wipe. You know, the detailing brushes, there's a couple of companies that make detailing brushes also. For RC cars specifically. I also have a Protect one. It's just like, you can go on Amazon and you can get, so, you know what, maybe I'll add the link below for the people watching this right there. to a brush set similar to this. These are nice because you can get a set of like 3 or 4 and they come in different sizes. And I think they're like $12 or something like that. It's not expensive. And it's a little, covers more area than a toothbrush. So you can really get the bigger cars with this. But yeah, it knocks the dirt off good. But yeah, it's a natural bristle. So it's eco-friendly. Can't go wrong with that, really. I mean, nothing wrong with being kind to your environment. I know, I'm a Republican, but I still believe in being kind to the environment. Alright. Oh, yeah. So that's much more dampened than original. This was a rear shock, though. So I'm going to put that back in the back. The stock shock position was in the outer holes. You can see on the front of the car, there's 2 holes, an inner and an outer. An outer hole will have it be a little stiffer as far as the damping and have a little bit less travel because of geometry. So what I am trying to do is get a little bit more travel. I use a stiffer fluid. Just trying to get a little more out of this truck. We'll see what we can do here. But it is time for these shots to start going back in as I'm finishing them up. Ooh. Come on, shot. Oh. Normally I think people take the tires off to do this. And you know, it's late, so of course I have to struggle. Oh yeah, where's my car still? There you go. This will help. Get that car up. Unload the suspension. Make some room. How are you guys doing over there up in Washington? You said there's a big storm? Is it like a rainstorm? Is it a snowstorm? Is it a windstorm? Is it a brainstorm? Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to line up on these. Ah, what the heck? What in the heck? And gee, that's dirty in there. I will be doing the differentials in this thing soon. Because, you know, like we discovered, this one, in the last episode. There it is. This diff is blown. And not in a good way. I'm glad the music sounds good though. Or is this not overbearing? There it is. Alright, just jam the tool in there. Line her up. The wind sustained 60-mile-an-hour. Rain, thunder, and lightning. It's over now. Oh, well, that's good. Right. Be kind to my screws here. I do have a tendency to just fling those things in there, especially if they go. I'm hoping to not have any issues with using these intervals. I've had kits in the past where you try to use their 10 option holes and things start to collide. Or found out that they're not actually for suspension tuning. Okay, longer screw on top, shorter screw on bottom. Hopefully I didn't just jam a short screw on the top. I might have actually. One, two, three long ones, and four short ones. Okay, yeah, that's right. Shorter screw in the bottom. Now I am using the inner hole, which should give it more travel in the geometry there. So when you're using a drill, oh yeah, that seems like it's more travel. Still seems like it's a little under dampened. Maybe I should have went with the 50 in there. Whatever. It is what it is now. Alright, alright, alright. Top the shock off. And right up to the top. Get the diaphragm on there. Push the diaphragm down lightly. Okay. Drawing the shock down. That's supposed to suck the diaphragm down onto the shock body. Oh, which it did this time. Alright. Okay. Get the cap. twist it counterclockwise until I feel the threads, because I don't want to off-thread them. They are plastic body and plastic cap. And real easy to cross-thread. Alright. And 0 rebound. Cool. Yeah. Another shot. Now for fresh 45 weight fluid. I tried to Google it. Google said that it was 20 or 30 weight, which I don't believe. I think I can't see them putting that light of an oil on the truck like this. Then again, maybe they did. I did read that for the original Max 10 scale. That is what they used in there. And then the X Max. This is the same oil I use in my X Max. When I switched over to the wide, it recommended 40. So you know what? It probably is light like that. Alright. Excuse me. Once I get these back on there, all the way around, I'm going to experiment with clips. Did I put the ring on there? Yes, I did. This truck comes with snap-on clips for adjusting the spring tension. I was running it without any of that, just as it came in a box. It sure did. Chassis slap a lot, which is when the chassis hits the ground after a jump. Oh yeah. If you guys feel so inclined, you can rewind and watch the rebound. Maybe I'll grab a screenshot with my phone. Grab video screenshot. Just to kind of compare what the original was like in comparison to this thicker oil. Hopefully thicker oil. Yeah, well, the shock's out of the way. I might as well brush that suspension off. I'll be digging into this truck a little bit later when the differentials come. You guys remember last night we found that the differentials were busted. I have some on order. They should be here sometime between Friday and Monday. I'm sure hoping they come Friday. But if they don't, they don't. I got other cars to run. Should do another beach video. I really want to take the X-Max to a BMX track that's here local, or one of the skate parks, and get some good jumping videos for everyone out there. I'm not getting nothing. Get in your phone shot. Yeah. I'm sure it would be easier with his tires off. Oh, what's the old adage, Mama? Being lazy is harder. Make things harder on yourself by trying to make it easier. I got a soda in my lap. Sorry if you guys can't see. Guess I could point the camera down, but you'll see my dirty workspace here. Maybe if I were just left-handed, this would just be easier. The left shot went pretty good. Oh, that's not even true. That gave me a big old trouble too, didn't it? Alright. Get one of open this guy. Long screws on top, short screws on bottom. Cheese in there. Back up. Back up to the workspace, y'all. Hello. Hello, everybody. Yeah, my camera's crooked. How's Dad doing today, Mama? Getting excited about that knee surgery? Everybody's getting surgery. I am blessed to not have to deal with that just yet. So many blessings in my life. It'd be nice to thank for. Why am I missing a screw? Am I missing a screw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not. I'm not missing a screw. I'm straight. I'm just getting. Oh my God! It's 11:30. That was far later than I expected it to be when I looked over at the clock. Gee, military. Holy time machine Batman. I'm the earner. In the slot. There's one. In a long hole, y'all. We'll line this one up the same. Yeah. Okay. And that screw down. Don't want to overtighten that. Gotta get those up by here later. Oh my. Let's see here. Not seeing any different. Oh yeah. That certainly did affect the angle of the drive line there. But I'm going to be lifting this thing up. I kind of want it to sit up high. I want to have as much space underneath this strut. Man, that's something that something don't look right. Nothing broken though. Nothing else is broken. Can I look him down further? I just tripping. Well, it does seem to have a little bit more travel. I can't stop this until I'm done. What time is it? 11:30. Okay. Well, I mean, I usually get to midnight anyways. Alright, get my fingers nice and clean for this next thing. This one is the MINI MAXX still. It's still the MINI MAXX, the one that I switched over to 3S last night. I know I didn't let you guys know about that broadcast. Sorry, Mama. Mom and Dad. Woo. Alright. And they had busted discs, so I figured I'd work on the suspension today. Oh yeah, I never. Oh no, that might be a while. Never drew the shocks yet. Oh man. Oh man. Oops. Don't get too excited about that, guys. That just squirted all over the place. Did you guys see that? Anyways, back on subject matter here. This is the Traxxas MINI MAXX. And on my last episode, yesterday, day before, whatever, the last live episode I did, I switched this ESC and motor over to the traxxas velineon to be able to run 3S on it. That is the count of number of cells in the battery. It was a 2S only system, which is 2 cells. And I installed a 3S system with a hotter motor. Now it should just be, instead of ridiculously fast, it should be ludicrously fast. Alright. Put the diaphragm on the top, push it down while you pull the shaft down. That causes the negative pressure, pushes that diaphragm down right on top. So, I don't know if you can see that. Focus camera, focus. Does this work on this? There's a little rubber cap in there. It's a concave little thing in there called a diaphragm. What that does is it allows the shock to not draw air in. It seals the top. And you can do some adjustments with that. You can put little pieces of foam on top of that to actually put rebound in the shock. You can actually get softer diaphragms, not necessarily for this kit, but for like the high-end racing kits, you can do all sorts of tuning with that diaphragm. But the big thing is to get it sealed. And what that does is it keeps air from mixing in the shock oil. So you have more consistent shock performance. And then air obviously is much thinner than shock oil. So if you get a lot of air mixed into the shock oil, it softens the damping. So the first time your suspension cycles, cool. The first time your suspension cycle, it'll mix the air in, and then your damper will be softer than planned. So what I was trying to do there, by preloading all that specific manner, was to try to get rid of what they call a rebound, which is when you push the shock in, it comes out a certain amount. And it looks like this is basically a reboundless. It's got a tiny bit of rebound. Just a tiny bit. You see that? How that expands back out? That's called the rebound. So, you really want to minimize the rebound. Because that means that the shock will be pushing down also, not just the spring. Excuse me. Which is just an extra tuning variability to have. Which is obviously a big deal on a race car. The biggest thing is to try to get that to be even all the way around, or at least left to right in pairs, you know. That's the biggest thing. Like, the biggest thing is always going to be symmetry left to right. Not necessarily front to back, but left to right. Like in the front, and then left to right in the rear. And everything else can just be kind of accounted for and tuned out. Get the right springs, get the right oil. Yeah. That one seems like it rebounds just a tiny bit faster. I don't know if they have bigger holes in the pistons, the front, than they do the back, or what. I don't know what the deal is. But, you know, I was careful to keep the front and the back segregated. So even if it is, they're still paired up. and on the appropriate end. And obviously, if you pull that back too fast, that shock wall will squirt right the heck out and get all over your work table. Come, get in there. Ah, like I said, this would probably be a lot easier without the tires on there, but I had already thrown them on, so I'm just kind of working around it. This shouldn't really be this long of a project, but you know, earlier in this episode, I soldered up an ESC. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Or did you guys catch it, Moms? Come on, get in there. Could be the ball going right up perfectly. Before you stick that freaking thing in that slot, it just will not go. It'll jam up. There it is. There it is. Weird feedback. Sounds weird. Is it better now? It could be the battery on my headset might be dying. I don't know. Could have also been the drill. I don't know. I don't know. Is it still bad? Maybe it's the music. Maybe the music is bad. But it's also kind of late. I'm about to get off of here anyways, guys. Just gonna finish this one last shot, and that's better? Better now. Okay. Weird. I turned my phone down. Maybe it was just picking up my phone. What was it the drill? Was it this? Okay, one more shot and I'm done here. Well, I might throw some clips on there and see if I can get the suspension to be the right height I want it to be with the battery in there. That's like the last thing I really want to do to this truck and can't even really do to this truck is what I have today. Since I have gone ahead and turned this into a 3S truck, I might throw a better servo in it that I have sitting around. I gotta get a servo horn for it because Traxxas was lovely and they used Stanwa style servos, which one turn backwards, two have a different connection than most most receivers have, and three have a 23 spline count on the servo horn, which is the little arm that goes on the servo. The vast majority of servos these days have a 25 tooth spline on the servo horn or servo arm. Traxxas just had to be different. Alright, where's that flashlight? Here it is. Yeah, enough of the air is out. Alright, up. Let's just make this one quicker. Up. And then float the diaphragm across the fluid sticking up. Like so. Let that settle down just a little. And push it down with your finger so it seals. Come on now. Oh boy, this one's being a mess. Probably because I'm all like trying to be in a hurry and stuff. That one didn't go exactly as planned. Let's try that one again. Alright. Oh my. Alright. This one's being a little messy booger. Better now, yes, much. So was it the drill? Was it because I had a little bit of volume on my phone I was picking it up? Diaphragm might just be the wrong shape. Alright, there we go. Okay. It is that. Oh, guys, I'm getting tired. Don't cross thread it. It's the last shot. Don't do it. Don't cross thread shot. Okay. Alright. Shock oil for these things is just silicone. Been turned on to the factory team. Silicone shock oil. This is the team associated factory team oil. That is what Wayne always recommends. You know me, I go with a recommendation from the pro there. So, what do you say? Not sure. Was some lights flashing on your headphone when it was doing it? Oh, yeah. The battery's probably going down on my headphones. I've been on for an hour. I didn't charge it very much. I did my whole live broadcast the other day, and that was, God, I think I was on for an hour and a half, something like that. 2 hours. I usually get carried away, you know. Like today, I planned on being on for an hour, and I think I'm coming up on 2. I don't really know. What does it say? An hour and 43 minutes I've been on. So much for my 30-minute broadcast today. So yeah, my headphone battery's probably getting close to the end. Getting close to the end, as is my project. Now I can put the cap on my used shotgun. A bunch in there. Woo. That's some nasty stuff. But it's just silicone oil. It won't damage anything if it gets on it. It's just a pain in the butt to clean up. That's all. In fact, silicone oil is what they put in conditioner for hair to make your hair soft. I think they found out that it's not really super great for your hair, so I think that's like a frowned on practice these days. But that is what they put in hair product to soften your hair. It fills in the follicles of your hair. The only reason I know that is because I was thinking about I don't understand the question. I But anyways, yeah, silicone oil not harmful to your body. It's not harmful to the environment. They actually, it's safe enough that they put it in beauty products. I was trying to find it in bulk because I thought about marketing my own shock oil for my YouTube channel. But it's difficult to find specific densities or CST oil ratings, which is how far under a certain amount of vacuum it will travel down a certain size capillary tube. And it's something actually specific. Well, I've done quite a few of these at this point, and recently, and my fingers are 25 years younger. I think that probably helps, because, you know, doing it now versus doing it 10 years ago, hell, even 5 years ago, it's much more difficult. Trouble doing things like picking up pens and stuff. And there she is. So there is more travel. How much more? I don't know. I should probably have measured that before I got going on this. But yeah, no. Whatever. Alright, so now I have to find the bag of stuff. Where's the one for the mini maxx? What's this say? That's probably the one for the rally. I believe this is the one for the mini maxx. Alright. See, they come with all these tuning bits, little shot clips, even different Sogan? No, it's not. Even different pistons for the shocks, different amount of holes in them. And the theory behind setting the ride height is you put all the weight in the car that you're going to put in there on the battery pack. Of course, I don't have it right smack here where I should, the shelf. I have it hidden in. No, that's not. Whoa, falling over. Oh boy, what a day. It's gonna work tomorrow. Where is that 3S battery? Oh my. Okay, well, I got another one somewhere. Here it is. Anyways, for those of you that know or don't know, this is the stock-ish battery, 3500 milliamp hour 2S, which is a 7.4 volt battery, and this is a 3S. It's significantly less capacity, but as 11.4 volts, so that's a lot more go, a lot more punch, a lot more power, but it won't last as long. These batteries, I swear to God, these batteries fit right in the stock position. They did when I put it in there yesterday. Alright. So, anyways, back to the theory of loading your shocks up. According to Wayne, what do? is you want the axle shafts to be perfectly level in there. But this is an off-road truck, so I think it's a toy. It's not really a race car. So I think we'll be alright to have it up a little bit with a little extra preload. I'd like it to sit about there. Let's see what it looks like with the body on. Yes, the body adds weight. Everything adds weight. You guys didn't get to tune in, so I put this ESC in, and that shadow is just ridiculously right in the middle. And this motor. This is the traxxas stuff that comes in their 3S cars. There you go. It's the velineon motor and speed control, the VX3S, VXL 3S ESC, and would be the same motor that would come in any other 3S cars. Originally it had, and I'll show you, I'll take it out because it's sitting on my other bench over there. Alright. Originally it had this guy in there. This is the original motor. The ESC, about the same size, but all 2S stuff. I may just add one of these in there. This is a gyro. It helps with the steering. Because this thing is probably going to be, well, for one, I do know that it is going to be fast. I do know that this thing is just absolutely bonkers fast. Because even though I had a broken diff, I did throw it on the ground outside and give it a little run around the parking lot out front. And it was super bonkers. It's probably going to be even worse with these tires on it because now it's going to have some traction. I don't think it's going to take a whole lot. So I'm going to put, I do want it to understeer. I want to take as much steering out of this as possible. So I'm going to start with these big old fatties in the front. I'm going to put a little bit bejesus out of the front here. It's probably going to have no down travel. It's probably going to handle like total garbage this way. But after a big jump, just gonna slap these guys in here, and I gotta go to bed. Let's see. Ideally, you do want some down travel. And that does not leave a whole lot of down travel. Alright. So, that is kind of the way you check your ride height. You drop it, and then measure it. See, there's plenty of down travel there. You kind of want some down travel. That's what they call droop. And you know, like I said before, this is a basher. So I'm doing the front a little stiffer than the back. One, because I want it to be a little bit more stable. And that's supposed to make it a little bit more stable. I'm also raising the center of gravity, so that's going to make it way less stable. But, you know. Weird ass music, huh? What I get for free off of YouTube, huh? Kind of get the feeling that the medium clips are the ones to have in there all the way around. Oh, see, that still gave me some down travel. maybe I'll just add the rest of the clips to the back. Just for good measure. They're easier to take out than they are to put in, I think. And it don't matter. Like I said, this is just a toy. This ain't no race car. I'm gonna get this thing jacked up on steroids. Excuse me. Well, that's kind words. With you, it is easier with practice, and I've done a lot of shots lately, so. Alright, well, that's for some down travel in the back. Why does it do that in the back? No. That back clip must be even fatter than those ones combined. But, alright, that's it for the night. We got the shock oil swapped out. Got some spring clips in there. Got the bigger tire on there. I think it'll still get some chassis slap, but seems like it's gonna jump good. And it'll probably be more wheelie happy. And it is a little taller. So that should make it a much better basher. But anyways, it's late as heck. It's 8 o'clock, and it's time for me to go to bed. So you guys all have a great day. Be kind to each other. Be blessed out there. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you guys like what you saw, feel free to hit that subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, all that blah 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 blah. And tune in next time. If you do hit the notifications, you will be notified when I go live and when I drop new episodes. And obviously, I'm going to be going live soon with this truck again because I got to put diffs in it. And then I'll be dropping a driving video. I don't think that I got any video of it in stock form, but you know what? There's plenty of videos out there, so I'm going to give you guys about a week to do some research, go watch some videos of this and other reviews. And you know, now that I have different wheels, tires, motor, ESC, battery, and shock settings, and this than everybody else. All right. Keep it real, everybody. Peace. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Mwah. Nice to see you. Or I guess, nice having you on the show. Bye.